Dragons. All kinds of dragons. The kinds that you like, the kinds that you hate, the kinds that are fun, the kinds that are not so fun, the kinds that breathe fire, the kinds that are lucky, the kinds that are European, the kinds that are Chinese. Check it out, guys. There's a dragon in every culture. One of my favorite dragons is Falkor. Falkor? You're Atreyu. He's kind of a creepy dragon, though, if you think about it. A little too friendly, you know what I mean? Remember the last dragon from the 80s? Sure enough. How could you forget that? Remember Puff the Magic Dragon? Remember that song? That song, Puff the Magic Dragon. I wonder what Peter, Paul, and Mary was singing about. I'm just joking about wondering. I know that they were talking about hallucinogenic marijuana. The neckbeard is fully on display here. Luck dragons. Pete's dragon. I remember watching the animated Pete's dragon where he had like a cartoon dragon. That was interesting. I was a very young kid. It was Disney. It was made by Disney. But before we get to the dragons and the origins of all dragons across all cultures, let's look at the hot topics. How you doing? Let's see what's trending on Twitter. And let's talk a little bit about that. Let's open up to one another. But some of my favorite dragons as we're waiting here. Remember Dungeons and Dragons? That was cool. There was a video game in the 80s called Dungeons and Dragons, which was on a laser disc. So it would just show clips of animated sequences. You literally just had to like wait, and then an arrow would point up and say left, and then you'd push left, and then a new animation sequence would pop up, and you'd watch it, and then a button would pop up, and then you'd have to press that button. It was probably the most difficult game ever. You would literally put a quarter in, and then 20 seconds later, you'd have to put another quarter in. I used to have a 7-Eleven at the end of my street, and this might blow your mind. You know how they have an ATM? You know how they have an ice cream thing where you could slide open and there's a frozen Snickers bar? Where those things are, there used to be arcade games there. There used to be like a little nook inside of 7-Eleven. Am I the only one who remembers this? Speaking of your beard, I'm a horrible judge of what people look like under their beards. Candyland, I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is actually a mold of my face without a beard. I took a life casting of my face and created this, and then I grew my beard, and this is what I look like. If you shaved your beard, removed your glasses, and were completely bald, you look like Keegan-Michael Key. I don't know if I would look exactly like Keegan-Michael Key. I don't know if it's exact. Let's see, what's trending? AOC is trending. You heard? Ted Yoho calls her the B word. I'm from New York, right? I am from New York. AOC is from New York. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's how I say it. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's from New York, okay? She's from Queens, all right? You don't call someone from Queens the B word. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care if you like AOC or not. If you call a person from Queens an FMB, you best be ready to feel some wrath. Talk about dragons. You gotta look out, okay? That's a big mistake, all right? I'm telling you, as a fellow human being right now, do not call someone from Queens an FMB. It was nice knowing you, if you do. Watch the F out, all right? So she came back out against Ted Yoho very calmly, shockingly calmly, and she kind of tore him a new one, which was pretty cool because, you know, she made a good point. You don't call people a B. Like, she's a congresswoman. I mean, I do call the president a dumb schmuck, but I mean, that's what he is. But I would never call him a B. Anyway, Bill and Ted 3, that's trending. I just watched the trailer for that and laughed. It might be dumb, it might be silly, it might be stupid even, but I enjoyed the trailer. I loved my Bill and Ted's. The Superman curl is in effect. All right, let me bring the Superman curl out to the front. Truth, justice, and the African-American way. I made that up just now. Wait a second. Mike Tyson will fight Roy Jones Jr. in an 8-round exhibition match. What? That doesn't seem like a good idea, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. gonna be knocked into Roy Jones III after that. Let me tell you. Washington Team Football. That's what I think the name should be called for the Washington. They got to change their name from the Redskins, which is a ridiculous, stupid name that they had for way too long. Redskins, come on now. It pays tribute. Stop it. Just stop it. Guys, it's crazy how much we've been perpetuating bad ideas. Columbus Day is perfectly fine. Columbus in his entire lifetime never set foot in North America. That's like me going to Denny's Be like, I discovered Denny's. Do you want some moons over my hammy? I discovered this place. So let's talk about where dragons come from. It's interesting. I'm fascinated by this, actually. There are 3 similarities that all dragons have across all cultures. Talons, like giant, like bird of prey like talons. They have scaly skin, horns or scaly skin or stuff like that. They all fly. A lot of them do. They're in the shape of like a lion, like a giant cat. They kind of move like a giant cat does, if you think about it. And across all cultures, these are the similarities that we find in a dragon that people say is out there, but they never really see them. It's kind of a mythological creature. So the dragons tend to be like snakes with wings, but also have giant lion-like teeth. In varying different, in this primate group, they see that they have 3 different calls that they'll shout out if they see a snake. They'll run up a tree. They'll be like, yo, everybody, there's a snake in the grass. Or they'll say, hey, everybody, there's a bird of prey in the sky, like an eagle. And they'll run to the bushes. Or they'll say, hey, everybody, here comes a lion. Watch out, be on your feet and be on your toes. So there's an instinctual thing among all primates, like us humans, or among primates. The idea is somewhere in our brain, we combine all of those things in our subconscious to create the image of a dragon, which is connected across all cultures. It's insane. It's really, really cool. But I think it's pretty interesting that what connects us all as humans is our deepest, darkest fears. The worst type of threat, a flying lizard lion. Watch out. What are your favorite designs for dragons? I do like the cartoon dragon, How to Train My Dragon, because they make dragons look cute. Sean Connery's Drago. Yeah, that Drago is, you know, it didn't match. It didn't match what it was its surroundings. I want to rewatch that movie with Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale with the dragons in the sky. It's been a long time. It's like Fire Sky. Ooh, Harry Potter had some good dragons. You know, I don't know from Harry Potter as much. I wish I could watch the Harry Potter movies. I wish I could sit through a whole one. I would like Harry Potter more if I watched it with a bunch of people who really like it. Maybe one day, check this out. Maybe we'll all get together on Discord and watch Harry Potter together, and I will give you my reaction. We can do it live. And then y'all can explain to me why it's good. I'm kidding. Harry Potter's like this. Oh my God, guys. We just went through 6 movies together, and we almost died like 400 times. So, there's a bad thing happening now. What am I gonna do? Oh, wait. Magic wand. E pluribus unum. Am I just peeing in the cornflakes of Harry Potter right now? The Bachelor is your sports Candyland. I was talking about The Bachelor last night. If you like The Bachelor, I don't think I'm saying anything that's untrue. It is human crack for people. This is why I will not start watching The Bachelor, because I have seen people's eyes turned into spirals staring at The Bachelor. They don't want to stop watching The Bachelor. Angie says, I'm way too awkward to be on a show like that. It'll just be me in a hoodie eating different types of cereal, being severely indecisive. I'd watch that, though. I'd be like, what kind of cereal is that? How is your ratio of milk to cereal? Oh, man, The Bachelor's on tonight. Angie's going to be eating Cheerios. Honey Nut? I don't know. You watch it to see people. Yes, Candyland. Cheers to that. It is fun to people watch. I will do that outside my window. I'll just like watch people interacting outside my window and be like, oh, that was sweet. That was nice. And then sometimes, because I live in a city, you will hear someone yelling at someone else. Like the other day, I heard a guy go, get out of here, man. I caught you pooping on the sidewalk last week. Get out of here. That's why I always take my shoes off when I come in through the door. I take my shoes off because I don't want to be tracking human poop across my floor. I live in Los Angeles. Yeah, dragons. We was talking about dragons and The Bachelor. I like cereal. Why is cereal so good? Cereal is the perfect soup, and soup is the perfect hot drink. I'm going to leave you with this. I used to have a cereal problem. I would eat lots of cereal all the time. I would get 5 boxes of cereal. I would get like 4 really cheap ones and then one really nice fancy one. And I had these 2 giant plastic bins, and I would pour all of the cereals into the 2 bins, and then I would shake them up, and I made my own cereal. And it was the greatest cereal because it was every cereal. I would get like a healthy cereal, a really crappy cereal, bran flakes, just so I could pretend that there was something healthy going on in there. I figured out the milk to cereal ratio. We're learning today here on Aristotle Full Throttle. So first, You pour a bowl of cereal, right? However much cereal you think you can eat, however full you fill that bowl with cereal, you'll be able to eat it all. As soon as the cereal moves, that's the right amount of milk, then stop. As soon as the cereal goes, then you're done. Cut it off, cut the milk off. You've created the perfect proportion of milk to cereal. This is a fact. This will be in my book. Enjoy your cereal. Enjoy your day. Have a great day, Dr. Baby Yoda.
You too, Lori3040. Thank you for joining us on Aristotle Full Throttle. I'm very happy to have been here, privy to you all being safe and smart and kind. And what did we learn today? We learned the proper ratio of milk to cereal. No matter what milk you choose, no matter how many cereals or combination of cereals that you use, it's important for you to know the proper ratio, and we've done that. Now I'm hungry. Bye, guys.